Hey guys, Betty here with Carblessly Delicious, where you can find inspiration for low carb and keto friendly recipes such as these delicious smothered pork chops, breaded and seared to perfection, smothered in my tasty homemade gravy, and oven baked to a super tenderness that has these babies falling off the bone and melting in your mouth like butter. So let's get busy, shall we? I'll meet you in the kitchen. Let's go. As always, guys, all the ingredients used in this recipe are listed for you in the description. And if you're watching by phone, go ahead and capture this screenshot. Okay, guys, I have 6 pork chops here, nice thick cuts that have already been thoroughly cleaned. And now I'm going to drizzle a little olive oil over the chops and massage it into the meat on both sides. This is going to help our rub adhere to the meat to lock in all this delicious flavor from our seasonings. And to create this wonderful zesty flavor, we're going to blend a mixture of all these delightful spices and herbs together to create one amazing rub. We have Creole seasoning, smoked paprika, garlic powder, black pepper, pork seasoning, and turmeric. What a blend, guys. This is going to give these chops such a delicious flavor. Out of this world, yummy and delicious. Make you want to come back for seconds. In fact, make everybody at the dinner table say, are there any more of those pork chops? Now that ought to confirm right there how tasty these chops are going to be, honey. That's right. Go ahead and work that seasoning in there, my friends. Massage all this goodness into your chops, and don't forget to get along the sides as well, making sure that every single bite is going to be a sensational bite. Oh yes. I would say this step here, the seasoning of your food, is the most important step in cooking anything and everything. This is what gives your dish its ultimate flavor, guys. So really learn to enjoy this part. Creating a rub is so much better than just sprinkling your seasoning over your meat. This way here, your meat is infused with the delicious flavor from your herbs and spices. Oh, come on. Trust me on this one. Next, we're going to bread our chops by first cracking open 3 large eggs into a bowl for our egg wash. Usually 1 egg for every 2 slices of meat is good enough. Since we have 6 chops here, we're going to go with 3 eggs. Now guys, here comes the twist. In this step, traditional recipes call for the forbidden flour and breadcrumbs, which are off limits for obvious reasons, guys, especially if you're here because you want to eat healthy. We're going to eliminate the flour and breadcrumbs altogether, guys, in order to keep our chops carblessly delicious, low carb, and keto friendly. Guys, we're going to actually combine 1/2 cup of almond flour with 1/2 cup of our pork rinds breading onto a plate to create our delicious breading for this step, and blend the two together with our blended seasonings left over from our rub. And spread it evenly across the plate as you see me doing here. Now we're going to dip our chops into the egg wash and allow the excess to drip off. Then we're going to coat both sides in our breading. You see here, the eggs are acting as a glue to help our breading adhere nicely to our chops. Make sure both sides are thoroughly coated by flipping back and forth onto each side. Then we're going to set these babies in timeout for about 15 to 20 minutes at room temperature to allow the layers of the breading to bond forever so nicely with the meat. You know how some people tend to neglect this step and they just go right in, dropping their meat into that hot frying pan without allowing it time to bond, and that's why the breading floats around in the pan. Have you ever seen that? So my lovely friends, don't you be one of those people, okay? Go ahead and let your chops rest, settle, and seal, and you won't have those issues, darlings. Your breading will stick closer than a brother. Oh yes, how many of you have friends like that? will stick with you no matter what. That's because you guys had years and years of bonding time. And that's what it takes for your chops, honey. After allowing your chops to set for 15 minutes, we can now move on to the next step and get our oil up to temperature. I'm using extra virgin olive oil, not too much. We're not trying to deep fry our chops here. Add about 2 tablespoons of butter and let it melt over medium-high heat. We just want enough oil to sear our chops to a beautiful golden crisp. In goes our chops into the heated oil. We want to avoid overcrowding our pan, so we're going to work in batches of 2, doing a total of 3 batches, searing our chops to perfection for about 5 minutes on each side, giving it a lovely golden brown tint. Go ahead and flip it to the other side. Notice how our breading remained intact here. Oh, so lovely, didn't I tell you? Just allow it to set for 15 to 20 minutes and you'll get these same lovely results, my friends. Oh, look how nice and golden these beautiful babies are. Once we remove our batches from the pan, we're gonna set them back on the rack while we prepare our gravy. Okay guys, we're almost done. This part is super quick and easy. To start our gravy, we're gonna slice 2 onions into strips. Into our same pan, we're gonna use all this delicious drippings from our chops as the base for our gravy and to saute our onions until they become nicely tender and translucent, just like this here, guys. Now we're gonna pour in 2 cups of chicken broth. And remember guys, all the delicious flavoring from our rub we created to season our chops with are captured in the drippings here, and all its tasty flavors are already combined into our broth. Therefore guys, there's not too much more seasoning that we really need to add besides a couple of dabs of Worcestershire sauce and maybe a little black pepper, and that's it. The only thing left to do is to thicken our gravy. Again, keeping our meal low carb and keto friendly. We will not be using flour. Cornstarch is a perfect alternative to use instead, as well as xanthan gum, which you guys have seen me use in other recipes. We only need a little cornstarch here, just a tablespoon, diluted into a 1/4 cup of cool water. In goes the cornstarch, and you will immediately begin to see your broth thicken into a lovely gravy. Absolutely zero lumping, nice, smooth, just like gravy ought to be, lump-free and carblessly delicious, my friends. Look at all these delicious onions, guys. Don't you just love chunky onions in your gravy? Oh, help me, Lord. Give me strength to eat in moderation, and I'll try my best, Lord, to limit myself to only 1 serving. Oh, Lord, give me strength. Oh, my guys, we'll see. We'll see what happens, because we're about to smother all this delicious gravy over these chops, and I can't wait for you guys to see how these babies turn out. Okay guys, we're gonna cover with foil, making sure the foil is sealed tightly around the sides to conceal the heat and lock in all the steam. Oh baby, the steam is what makes these chops so super tender, soft as butter, honey. Set your oven to 425 degrees and bake for 40 minutes. Guys, I want you to see how tender these chops are. Oh my goodness, watch this. Don't even need a knife, guys. Look at there. Oh Lord. Go ahead and give this recipe a try. You will be patting yourself on the back. I guarantee you. Trust me on this one. And as you see here, I plated my chops with green beans and these delicious mashed turnips. Taste just as good as mashed potatoes. Check out the video right here for the full recipe on these incredible creamy mashed turnips that pairs so well as a side dish with these blazing pork chops. Thanks for watching, my friends. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to get new recipes that are uploaded every week. Stay blessed, my friends. Stay inspired to eat healthy, and cheers to divine health. Catch you in the next video. Bye.